Hi everyone, Animal Girl here, coming at you with a new video. This is the first of my comparison videos, so please keep in mind that these videos will be comparing two things that have similar titles. And today I will be comparing the Hobbit movies, the animated movie versus the live action movies. Now, I have seen all four of these movies, and I actually own all four of these movies, and I have done movie talk videos on all four of these movies. And I absolutely love all four, don't get me wrong, and there are a lot of similarities between these movies, but there are some differences. And as this is a comparison video, I will be focusing on the things that are different about these movies, rather than the things that are similar. Now, obviously the things that are similar are the names of the characters, Bilbo Baggins being the Hobbit, Gandalf the Grey being the Wizard, and Thorin Oakenshield being the leader of the Dwarfs, and of course Smaug being the name of the dragon, and Lowly Mountain being the name of their destination. And of course Gollum being the weird little thing that Bilbo gets the ring from. But there are some differences, and in this video we will be exploring some of those. Okay, first off, in the animated movie, the dwarfs show up all at once, where in the live-action movie, the dwarfs show up one at a time. And please note, I will not be saying that one of the differences is the fact that one is animated and one is live-action. That's kind of implied. Also, in the animated movie, they skip over chunks of the book, and I have read the book too, and I will do a comparison between the book and the animated movie and the book and the live action movies, but those will be two separate videos. Where the live action movie actually follows the book a lot more closely than the animated one did. Now, obviously, for obvious reasons, one of the main reasons that the animated movie skips over chunks of the book is that the animated movie was made more for kids, and they had to cut out the more inappropriate things for kids, like the more bloody things, and they had to kind of compact it down a bit. Another big difference between the two movies is that the animated movie is very short. I put down just over 2 hours. It might actually be at the 2-hour mark, maybe slightly less, where the live action movies are actually very long. If you were to combine all three movies into one movie and not cut anything out of them, they would total to about 9 to 10 hours roughly, maybe more. They may be pushing the 12-hour limit, all three of them put together. They are extremely long, but they are three separate movies. They are each about 2.5 hours to 3 hours long. Other big difference between the animated movie and the live action movie is that the animated movie cuts important characters and events. They cut out the shifter, they cut out a lot of the interaction with the spiders, and they cut out, I believe, the brown wizard. I can't remember if he was in the book or not. And the live-action movie actually adds in characters and events that weren't in the book. It adds in Legolas. It adds in his friend, and I can't remember her name. It adds in events where Gandalf believes someone is returning, and that someone, of course, is Sauron or Saruman or whoever the Master of the One Ring is. I can never remember. I always confuse him with the White Wizard. So it does add in things, and the main reason why I added in things in the live action movie is that they were trying to link the Hobbit trilogy with the Lord of the Rings trilogy, so they did add in some things. And I believe the reason why they cut characters and events in the animated movie is, again, the main reason why they skipped over chunks of the book, is that they were trying to not only condense it down to one movie, but they were also trying to cut out things that weren't necessarily important and weren't really appropriate for children. Okay, which do I like better? Now that is a very hard call because they both have their pros and cons. Now, for the animated movie, one of the things I love about it that makes me actually absolutely love it is I love the artwork. The animated movie was made by Rankin Bass, which is one of my favorite animated TV studios, and I don't know if they're still around or not, but they did wonderful work. They did another two of my favorite movies, The Flight of Dragons and The Last Unicorn, and they did two of my favorite TV shows, the Thundercats and Silverhawks. So, and they just have this amazing artwork that they just do. It just makes, they make their background and characters look so otherworldly, even the humans. So, I do love the artwork that they did with, that was in the animated movie. Also, considering the fact that I grew up with this movie, or the animated movie, when I watch it, it's like a nostalgia trip for me. And if I misspelled nostalgia, I apologize. So it's something that I can pop it in and I can just go back to when I was a little girl watching this movie with my parents and my sister. And I just, it brings back good memories because of that. And also because it is not super scary and super intense. It is something I can watch with my little cousins who are all under the age of 10. And, you know, not feel guilty about watching it with them. Now, the live-action movie, I love the scenery. I believe this movie was shot in New Zealand, and it just has beautiful scenery, and it's so breathtaking and gorgeous, and I love it. The Lord of the Rings trilogy was shot in New Zealand. Another movie I absolutely love, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and Prince Caspian were shot in New Zealand, and I think Voyage of the Dawn Treader was as well. But I love that movie as well, and it was shot in New Zealand. And two of my favorite TV shows from when I was a teenager, Hercules and Xena, were shot in New Zealand. And another TV show I love that I wish was still going, Legend of the Seeker, was also shot in New Zealand. And I just love so the backdrop is just beautiful. The scenery is just beautiful. They don't have to do fake forests or anything because it's just so beautiful and whatnot. Also, if I want to watch a movie, a Hobbit movie that follows the book The Hobbit, the live-action movies are actually better than the animated movies, as I stated before. That's one of the comparisons between the two of them. They do follow the movies slightly better. I mean, they add things in, but other than that, it's really good. And another thing that gives the live-action movie a good pro as to whether or not I would dismiss it or not is that I like the action. It's not super violent, but it's not super boring. It's a nice medium, so that's one of the things. So, in all, I can't say that I like one over the other. They're both very good. Okay, feel free to check out my related videos on The Hobbit, which are, of course, my movie talk videos on The Hobbit, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, and The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. Feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. And please like and subscribe. That helps me out a lot. And feel free to follow me on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and DeviantArt. I will have the links in the description section, but just in case there's any confusion or the links don't work for you, there's for Instagram and Twitter, and there's for Tumblr and DeviantArt. And just because I'm zooming in, there are the movie posters for the 4 movies. Please note that all pictures seen within this video belong to their respective artists. I own absolutely nothing. Okay, quick reminder, as this is a new video series, a quick reminder on my comment rules. First off, no mean comments, please. Words can and do hurt, so please keep that in mind. Number 2, no bad or curse words in the comment section. I go out of my way not to use them in the videos, so I expect the same courtesy in the comment section. Also, kids may be watching these videos, and I don't want them reading anything inappropriate in the comment section. I do have little cousins that are all under 10 years old, so I am a little protective of that. Number 3, I'm not opposed to debates, but please keep it civil, all right? I don't want to see anybody trying to force somebody who absolutely loved the Hobbit movies or any of my video topics to see why they're terrible or vice versa, okay? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And number 4, and the most important one of all, be respectful to me and each other, okay? If you can't say something nice, don't post it. Okay, feel free to check out my other videos. And as always, thank you for watching and have a nice day.